What's going on, everybody? My name's Haas with the Onyx Block channel. Today we're talking about some great news, something really big in crypto. Obviously, if you're watching this video today, Bitcoin hit its all-time high on November 30th, 2022 or 20. Incredible that we hit that number. So we broke the all-time high, and I'll bring that up here in a moment. So we broke the all-time high of 19,783. I believe we peaked up to 19,800, somewhere in that range. Then broke down a little bit. So this is the crypto market. It ebbs and flows. It's going to hit these numbers. It's going to sink down. This is crazy, especially considering if you look at the stock market right now. And actually, here, I will pull up an exchange. So if you don't know about this is called Morpher. It's a cryptocurrency exchange ran by Tim Draper, or at least funded by Tim Draper. So this is like where I hedge MPH token against certain stocks. So you buy stocks or crypto and you gain or lose MPH, similar to how a stock market would work. But this is all live numbers, so often I'm checking this, but usually, and in a lot of cases, so if we look at here, the couple of stocks that are doing really well right now are things like Moderna. So I'll actually go to home, go to market movers. So we see Moderna definitely at number one at 14.3%, and that's obvious news because of the vaccine coming out. So of course, Moderna is going to do well. It's a pharmaceutical company. That's what's going to happen. But almost every other big stock is tanking. Like Microsoft was tanking earlier. Everything is down. The Dow is down 300 points. So you can obviously tell the difference here between crypto hitting all-time highs and the Dow shooting down from its all-time high of 30,000. Why am I happy about this? Because I've called this. I know that this is happening. And I'm going to repeat it, here on this video and in this channel numerous times. But we are heading for a very significant market crash. We're heading for at least a 40% crash. I'm suspecting a lot more. We're talking about a $77 trillion market. And when there's nowhere safe to be in the stock market, it's not safe to be in bonds right now. It's time to hold a cash position or gold. Or the smart, savvy investors will then choose to take refuge into Bitcoin. And Twitter has just been lighting up all about the all-time high price. It's been crazy just going through and checking it out. Honestly, everyone right now, at least that's in crypto, is pretty hyped up. Again, it seems like no real big news movement. We're not seeing any giant news articles from CNBC Money or anything. Jim Cramer's not talking about it. Nobody wants to mention the crypto market right now, even though we're here at all-time highs again. So just something to note. This is the start of the bull run. This is exactly what happened before. We went back to all-time highs of BTC and then held and slowly rose up until the parabolic run of January 2017. So we're going to see something very, very similar to that. I think come September of 2021, we're probably going to see another parabolic run into a very steep and scary crash. And then we enter into a very scary FUD bear market. So make sure that you're positioning yourself to at least cash out a little bit at the peaks. I wouldn't be selling now, personally. I'm just accumulating. I am still buying. I'm still very bullish. Even if we go down a little bit, I think for the long term, we have at least another couple months of this. Another piece of bullish news. Now, you can say what you want about Libra and Facebook and social media controlling way too many aspects of our world. Yeah, that's all true. But at the same time, a social media company like Facebook, with the reach that they have, is almost certainly bullish on the entire crypto market. A lot of people are just Bitcoin is the thing. Bitcoin is the only one to rule them all. When it's not true. I think we definitely can exist and will exist in a multi-blockchain and a multi-currency world, as we do now. People trade in the euro, people trade in, the Australian dollar. We trade in different currencies all the time. So to think that we wouldn't do that in crypto is baffling. I understand where we would like back certain currencies and back certain cryptos against stuff like Bitcoin. I understand that. Maybe not now because it's so volatile, but once we have a significant amount of money in the market, and I'm talking about like 10 to 15 trillion, then at that point it's a lot less volatile. So we have a little bit more stability to use backings on things like Bitcoin to currencies. Now, I can't see that happening in like the United States or Canada or anything. But if you look at the destabilization in Lebanon or out in Venezuela, yeah, I can definitely see those countries picking up a Bitcoin-backed crypto. You already see Venezuela right now taking refuge in Bitcoin. So it makes sense. But I just wanted to pop on and give you guys this news. Great news. I honestly feel that, even if we do drop down a little bit, this is all super bullish, especially considering the stock markets are not healthy today. And I think are going to continue this trend as Bitcoin sees all-time highs again and then starts breaking up to the upside. Most likely, I'm suspecting we'll see probably like in the near term, before the end of the year, somewhere around the 23,000 mark. Now, I'm not a financial advisor or anything. I'm not a chart analyst. But I do look at how Bitcoin moves and how Bitcoin has moved in the past. And I feel like a number like that is super realistic. Actually, that's probably super conservative for what the actual technical analysis people that are doing the technical analysis are coming out and saying. That they're saying roughly a $36,000 to $40,000 Bitcoin, which it could even be 58,000. But right now, just I'd say just hold your hats. I know the prices look expensive. But I would still accumulate. You realistically should have been accumulating down in this phase here, and not accumulating up here. But if you're like me and you still have an income and everything, you can't always accumulate at the best places. So I wasn't able to put any money down here, but I'm sure I'll get another opportunity, especially if we break 20K. I can only imagine that we'll revert back down to 18K again. But I feel like we have so much support at these numbers that I can't imagine that we're going to go further down. But that's it from me, guys. Great news for the crypto community. Hopefully this week just continues on this trend and we kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. I know all of you guys that have been in the market even longer than I have, because I've only been here for the better part of 2020. So I'm sure you guys are super excited with your portfolios moving and everything. So I'm really happy that we're finally seeing some movement and finally getting into a bullish trend where we just hear bullish news everywhere and it's starting to pick up. Of course, the mainstream media hasn't picked it up yet, but at this point, so much institutional money is picking up that we are still early. We're still super early, especially when you consider where Bitcoin can go and how small the market cap is compared to other market caps. So is Bitcoin still an investment? Like, would you invest in Bitcoin today? Absolutely. Absolutely. The only reason I wouldn't invest in Bitcoin is if we start entering the bear market, where we start going on to some scary trends, volatility is super high, and that's usually when we hit, some parabolic highs, like 300,000, for example. We wouldn't see that necessarily if we hit 20,000. We're not going to see a revert down to 3K if we hit 20,000. It's not realistic, but we could see us hitting 300,000 at the end of the bull market and then reverting down to like 80K, 50K, or even testing down in 20K range. And of course, that's going to look scary. Everyone's going to say Bitcoin is dead and everything, but hey, that's what everyone says every time a market crashes. So the whole point here is to not let your emotions take control and just trust your research and trust what you've looked into. And take hold of your own investments. Again, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, so please don't use this for financial advice. Do your own research. I really hope that you do. But this is more for us in the community that have done our research and are really excited about the price. So go ahead and like the video. Give me a comment down below. Let me know what price you think we're going to end 2020 on. And subscribe to the channel. All right, guys. Thanks.